And getting in close combat against all of these guys is going to be super bad for our life expectancy. All years are on fire. Dabo bleeds out in 10. Obviously the Queen's healing, so that is our medical out. Welcome back to the Hive Zombie Apocalypse, you beautiful people. So you will notice a few days have passed since the end of last episode, but that is because we have just been working on trying to get the base sorted because an incendiary shell came in and caught a few things on fire. Then all of this got mashed up, and then bugs came in and mashed up a bunch of things. And yeah, so basically just a whole bunch of maintenance, which isn't super exciting to see. So I figured I'd save you that. But what we have been doing, we have not been completely idle. We are putting in the biosculptor pods. This is something that the transhumanists demand, and there's only 13 of us, but we have put in 16 just for in case the colony grows. We're going to be able to obviously get more people on it, which is going to work out pretty sweet. Then we've also started researching the mechanoid power cell. With the mechanoid power cells, which are made from these, we can put in 2 power plants. Those power plants will produce 5,000 watts of power per piece, so that's an extra 10,000. With that extra 10,000, we're going to be able to put in some decent hydroponics. With those decent hydroponics, we don't need to worry about this area. Then once this area is done, this is going to be turned into like a giant rec room and then a whole bunch of bedrooms. So we can put in the stuff that the transhumanists want, which is the neuro supercharger and then the sleep accelerator. So that is all going ahead. We're making some really good progress so far, so we're not even mad. And we have started producing our own 155mm rounds, and then we're also backing up with 81mm incendiary rounds. Reason using the incendiaries is because they are airburst, and where they're airburst they cover a larger area. Now the idea of shelling a siege in my mind is not to wipe the siege out, but it is just to hit their explosives, so then their explosives blow up and take pretty much everyone out, which the incendiary rounds do very well. So firstly, people are caught on fire, so they're running around trying to put themselves out. Then their rounds go off, and you can normally take out a pretty respectful size chunk of the sieging force straight off the back there. And then if anything needs a little bit more encouragement, we have the 155s. And the 155s, I am not expecting to work miracles, but I am expecting them to get some work done. So we're only using one, but we're moving it over to there. We're making these artillery shells here. Then with those artillery shells, mortars, sorry. The mortars we're going to move in, create their own little room, put some turrets around it so bugs and other nasties can't come in and wipe them out. And then we are going to store their shells in there. So if anything goes kapow, which it probably will, knowing my luck, they are going to be contained and we can only lose these. Toxic fallout has come in. Actually, are we immune to toxic fallout? I don't think we are. Smoke we are. Yeah, smoke sensitivity minus 100%, but that is not toxic sensitivity, nor do we have anything on this. Okay, so we need to be a little bit careful with that, but that won't be an issue right away. Also, what we did do with the zombies is we decreased their number down to 50, but all of their stats are racked up to the most. So they are going to be crazy, scary fast. And well, if you ever watched 28 Days Later versus like one of the original Dawn of the Deads, you know that faster zombies are more dangerous than a bunch of very slow zombies that can't get anywhere. And they also hit 3 times harder, which is going to make them even more dangerous. So they're super fast, they're harder to take down, they got better senses, so they're going to know where to come in and attack. Oh, they're going to be a lot of fun. And also, the game runs quite nicely off it as well, which I am A-OK with. And probably should have pointed out as well that these turret section here is finished. Shreds through ammo, like absolutely crazy, but nothing can get close. Then they're also segmented off, so if an explosion comes in, so long as it doesn't land on the outside, these guys have a pretty good chance of surviving. So if it lands here, it can only take like those 2 out, because it can't bend around the corner, so they're fine. If something comes in here, it can only take these out. So the most we can lose in 1 round, I guess if it lands there, it might take 3. But realistically, that's not going to happen. So we can only really lose 1 or 2 turrets to, say, a big old explosion, which I am fine with. Also reinforcing this section across here. Going to need to do something in this section though, I think. It just seems like a very nice big amount of space that we definitely should put to some use. And once this is finished, so once those walls are done, we're going to have to expand something similar on this side, But what I'm thinking is we are actually going to recess. So come along across here, dig back a bit, and then we're going to recess big old autocannons into this section. So that means when centipedes in that poke their head around the corner, they're going to get nuked out. But it also means they're less likely to be shooting at the zombies because they won't have a field of fire for them. Does mean if centipedes come from the bottom and up, will be a little bit more of an issue. Or I could extend the wall across and then put them there and then there. So then they'll be able to shoot centipedes. I think that's what we do. Okay, let's get on that. Not that we can see much, but that is going to be the rough design. So that is 3 heavy autocannons in the back there, which should be more than enough for the time being. As and when we need more, we can always extend more. And if we start getting worried about centipedes coming this way, all we can do is we just wall this section here off, and then we'll wall across here, and then everything then has to be forced through to this section, which means the auto turrets are going to have a lovely time, and then so are the military turrets, and everything is just going to get shredded apart. Yeah, we are starting to make some serious progress very, very quickly, and things are going our way quite nicely. Getting those extra bionic parts in is helping, and that being said, we've got 2 advanced bionic legs in storage, and a extra advanced bionic arm. Still working on the old spines, but the issue is where the spines are last on the list. Every time we put a new bionic arm into something, well, into someone or one of the hives, then the whole process restarts. And Langrot, what are you doing? Relaxing socially. Okay, you're listening to the music. And has initial toxic build-up. I did not realise that you had a steel arm. Cool, let's get that sorted for you. And because this toxic fallout doesn't seem to be going anywhere, what we are doing is we've just put in a couple walls. With these walls, we are then going to be able to roof over this whole area, and if we're inside, less likely to get any toxic buildup. We're doing okay on food. Food isn't a massive issue right now, but the issue is we also have a drought. So we've got drought and toxic fallout. And looks like we've got another rhinoceros attack. 24 Manhunter rhinoceroses. McBlack joins. Okay, cool. We'll let him join. We'll send him away, and then we'll just butcher down all those rhinos. Worst case scenario, chem fuel. Best case, we get a bunch of meat and a leather from them, which always works out pretty well. We'll need to get rid of the boomlopes pretty quickly. Otherwise, these boomlopes are eventually just going to get shot by something, explode, and then send fire going everywhere, which for us would suck. We just missed a near miss, I would call it, on the base. We don't want to have another one of those going off for no reason. It does seem that as soon as you make a base that's really good at stopping zombies, Manhunter packs don't stand a chance. Those rhinos literally came in, didn't think too much of it because I was trying to get all the roofing sorted, come back, and yeah, they're pretty much all done, which is fine by us. And yeah, a nice amount of chem fuel, and it looks like we've got 8 rhinoceroses left. Well, actually a couple of them are knocked out, so probably more will turn in scurvia, but not a bad little haul. This might work out very, very well for us. So we've got the deep panthers, which I thought might have been, I don't know, like some weird bug quest. It's not, it's just 54 manhunting panthers that will show up in 0.6 hours. Then we also have Gunvlad's clan attacking us. So we're going to accept this. This will give us 62 goodwill, which won't quite take us up to neutral, though it could. Oh, well, let's find out. Anyway, it gives us a Psychic Reader and an Exalt Skullcap, which, nothing that we're too bothered about. But we'll accept that, and Gunvlad's clan, whereabouts you guys? Here. And literally walked in straight on top of a zombie, and how many of you are there? 45, with pretty much all Kenshi weapons, it looks like. So we've got a Fragment Axe, looks like a Paladin's Cross, Fallen Sun. Yeah, sweet, still got the names. Mercenary Club, yeah. And there's still Jit. Fair enough. But the Panthers spawned in completely the wrong side of the map, so they're just going to be running onto those military turrets. Shame. That is a shame. I was kind of hoping that they'd have a little bit of a shootout. You guys loaded? No. Way too many turrets to keep loaded at the moment. But when they do have ammo in them, they do their job pretty well. We might actually need a couple more soldier drones just to run around and load everything up. With that being said, we are going to start kicking out We've already got bionic legs, but we just wanted the spines first. If we start loading everyone with bionic legs, they are going to be able to move a lot quicker. We also solved the issue of people getting stuck down here, like in basically like a chain fight, like animation where they'd shoot but they couldn't shoot but they wanted to shoot. All we've done is we just put everyone onto ignore. Does make it a little bit more dangerous when we go out onto the map, that is for sure. But it just means I've got to micromanage a little bit more and pay attention to what's actually happening. And we're now neutral with the Broken Empire, which normally I wouldn't be all that bothered by. But what we want is we want a quest so the Queen can get a title. And if the Queen has a title, she can then sit on her grand meditation throne, which I think is quite fitting, seeing as the Queens always like their hives in Kenshi. Roof has been opened up above the mortars, and then also down here we're kicking in an electronic smithing table. What I'm hoping is once that's up, we can build the Swamp Ninja masks, because it says it is head level, well layer, but it's outer, but it gives you 80% to toxic sensitivity, well minus 80. So that should help with all of this toxic fallout. There's also going to be another layer of protection, so if we get slotted in the brain, shouldn't be too bad. I've got a whole bunch of zombies going nuts up here. And Gunvlad's clan is still hunting zombies. They're not doing a massive amount. And Gunvlad's clan has given up and is leaving. But yeah, these zombies now just crazy quick. You are not outrunning them. If they decide they're going in after you, they're going to get in close. Like in this, we have another raid coming in from the Quirky Hive. Now the Quirky Hive, being hivers, funnily enough, sometimes have good hives with them. And we definitely could do with a couple crafters. These guys are rapid as well. So that's a hive prince, so let's follow him for a little bit. And let's have a little look around and see what they've got. Medical, cooking, not interested. There's soldier drones, not interested. You're not. Are you going to be any good? Double bending, passion and crafting. That could be useful. And they've got a couple rifles now as well. Okay, they're going up in the world. Okay, Prince. You going to be any good? Yes. Athletic. Chemical interest. No, actually. Stats are good. Traits are really bad. And we're getting to the point in the game where we get to be like super picky now. And I'm saying no to that. Oh. Or they just crash straight into our base with flamethrowers. And Subaru, it looks like just got done. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Probably should have been paying a bit more attention. Okay, you guys coming along here. Create a firing line. Let's push through. And ideally rescue Subaru before anything bad happens. Lungrock, you move into this section. Seeing as you're coming in already. Mana, you take here. But yeah, I'm not expecting miracles from those hives. They done alright because we had no ammo in the guns. And they caught us by surprise. And Subaru's kit is cooking off. Okay, rescue him, that's the first thing you do. Mana, you push up, give us a better field of fire. Watch some Overwatch. Langrock, just pick him up. Cool. And now get back to the old base. That means we're going to need Oya down here as well. I think they should be alright. That armor stopped anything particularly bad from happening. So all in all, took out a bunch of turrets, caught a few things on fire, and that was pretty much all soldier drones. Now soldier drones we're not super interested in. Once their other squad comes in though. Oh no, you're not allowed to do that. Umesh, you're on fire. Subaru's pretty banged up. Langrot's banged up. Okay, you two. I'm going to need you to run around here. I think if we take that angle, we should be alright. Oh yeah, we're going to need you on medical. We'll take Zoo and Gnu as well. Because if they tunnel through this bit, then zombies are just going to flood in. And we are stretched pretty thin at the moment as it is. We can't really risk there being too much more like entrances for the zombies. Terra, I'm going to need you on work. You guys are all fine heading up here. Nobody tended to Subaru. Okay, not the end of the world, Subaru going down. thinking about it, he really wasn't actually all that great. Health-wise, well, he's already infected, so there's a chance he would have turned into a zombie anyway. Nothing fancy there. Long Rock, on the other hand, might be a little bit more interesting. And Beep. "24 hours to infection." Okay. Not sure when that happened. But what I am hoping is if we cut both his arms off, that could work. These hives are getting dangerously close to breaching that wall. We've only got one person in position, we've now got two. If we come this way, we should have a better field of fire on them, but then we also don't want to get caught out in the open, and we also know that they have guns. Not particularly good guns, and not a lot of them, but there is a lot of hives there. So 2 more walls, and then they're in. If we just keep shooting, just because of how bunched up they are, we should just be able to get a whole bunch of collateral in. But we also don't want to get too close in case they start running out at us. Okay, they're nearly into the base, that's an issue. Beep is under the knife at the moment. Well, he's meant to be. Okay, Oya's just there. Okay, Zoo, we need you into this section as well. Once they breach, we get... yeah, we'll get Terror into here. Oya's already doing his thing. Umesh has 4 conditions. He kind of needs to be there. I think just one guy with an assault rifle is going to be able to do a whole bunch of work. It's going to be a lot closer than these guys are, so therefore it's going to be more accurate. What are you guys shooting as? Aim shot. Aim shot. Aim shot. But you guys just cannot hit for some reason. Okay, now they're all getting suppressed. Start moving in little by little, and now we're actually taking some of them down. Okay, they killed my chinchilla. Terra, you want to be shooting? You're out of ammo. Of course you're out of ammo. Okay, boom wrap down. Oh yeah, have you turned it to Beep? Okay, we need that other arm on, otherwise Beep's going to turn. So I think we just keep pushing this tunnel. Can they do a massive amount of damage? And catching things on fire, I guess, but nothing crazy. Actually, if they get into there and hit any of those explosives, yeah, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, oh yeah, you're going to be basically fighting close range with a designated marksman rifle. Dabo, same as you, mate. You get across here. And hopefully these 7.62s can cause a bunch of damage. If that boom rat goes up, that explodes, which then will trigger those and that. What has happened here? This should have not gone so badly. These guys should have just got mashed by our assault rifles, but somehow they managed to just basically tank through it. Okay, we do have fires in the base. Obviously not ideal. We're going to need to figure out something to do with that boom light quick. And getting in close combat against all of these guys is going to be super bad for our life expectancy. All years are on fire. Dabo bleeds out in 10. Obviously the Queen's healing, so that is our medical out. Do you just want to go tend to yourself? Long Rock, you can do medical, you tend to yourself, and no, you guys are up, you guys are fighting, and coming through the top, and you don't have a rifle. That's useful. You guys pull into the corner, that might give us a better field of fire, and less surface area for them to surround us. But yeah, they definitely shouldn't be this tough. They are super brokenly tough. Okay, well, with Wencheng and Lung Rock coming in from the top, I think we should be able to start securing this area. Someone turned into a zombie, so we're going to have more zombies running around. All of our medics are pretty much out. And what are you guys doing? How is that an idea? Muppets. Absolute Muppets. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of zombies come in as well. Yes. Doing an inventory. Oh yeah, doesn't have long. He's going to be the first to bleed out, so put him into this bed. And then first thing you're going to do is tend to Oya. He doesn't have too many injuries, but at 0.3, this might get a bit close. Are we going to make it? Okay, back up to 0.3. There is a chance that Oya makes it. Very, very slim, but he might. Oh, I don't like this. 4, 3, 2, 12 conditions. Cool. Oya's going to make it. Right. Now, I've only got someone else bleeding out. Everyone else is beaten up, don't get me wrong. So, Dabo bleeds out in 8 hours. That is dealable. Beep needs his arms, don't have voice, he's going to turn into a zombie. And I think everyone else is somewhat okay. The Queen's got 3.6 days. We're going to have to interrupt that cycle. And you are going to have to get onto some old healing. Right, so who did we lose? We lost Subaru. Now, Subaru's not an issue. We don't particularly like Subaru anyway. And let's see if there's anything around here worth checking out. They're all soldier drones. And you're dead. Yeah, unfortunately all soldier drones. If they were other stuff, this might have been a little bit better for us. But it's looking like we're going to be okay. Which I wasn't expecting. Other than them turning into zombies, it is now just about patching everyone up. And doing something with this boomalope, or this boom rat, before it goes and eats itself and kills us all. Right, so, yeah, we kind of, well, we survived. Just. And it's very, very close. We managed to get everyone patched up. And thankfully, the only person that really needed patching up was Oya and then Dabo, which we managed to pull off by, what, like 2 seconds? So, happy with that. Can't complain too much. Literally, if he wasn't in this medical suit, yeah, Oya would have died. So that's done. We'll count that as a victory. Now, the only issue is all of the hives are respawning, and all the hives are respawning as zombies. And also, this is open, so the zombies are now pouring into the base, which means our whole defensive network over here has been for now. Until we can get that closed, then we should be good. But yeah, still coming into the base. All of this is open, so they keep wandering around. Everyone is on ignore for the simple reason that otherwise they spend their whole time shooting all the zombies. And this cheeky chappy is refusing to go and actually load up on weapons. But we're still in a pretty bad state. But we're going to be okay, I think. And it looks like we managed to just about seal the breach. Zombies are respawning, not a crazy amount, but we have a threat level of 2 to 100%. Now, just kind of got hope that these granite reinforced walls are going to be enough to discourage them, because if they start sapping through here, we've already seen that we're struggling to keep this area loaded. So, potential to be quite problematic for us. But we'll get to that when we get to it. At the moment, it's just going to be about trying to get this base tidy, try to get everyone healed up. We don't seem to be missing too many body parts, I don't think. Nobody's been bitten. No, we seem to be... Didn't lose any body parts. That is quite surprising. Mind you, that being said, the helmets are quite good. And out of all the places you could have exploded, I will accept that one. That is not a bad place for you to go, kapow. If you'd done it in the storeroom, that would have been an issue. Queen's not really going to do too much, and you guys want to come in and fight this fire, or what's happening? There we go, cool. We are putting the fires out. And just thrown out there. Just thrown out there. It looks like 2 walls is not enough to discourage zombies, because they've got a breacher coming in, so that breacher is going to smash through these walls super quickly. That is obviously less than ideal. So it means anytime we get a breach and sappers manage to create a breach, for lack of a better term, the zombies are then going to attack from there as well. That is going to make this quite difficult. So possibly thinking we start retreating back into the mountains. And then that will force everything to come through what will now be the abandoned base into the new base where we can have the turrets. We're going to be able to have a really good defensive line there with a bunch of interlapping fields of fire. Zombies will guaranteed basically to come through that section. The geothermals won't be as important because we can make the mechanoid power cells. And this is going to be a far more defensible location. The only thing we need to do is worry about bugs. But we can always get the sonic infestation repellers. And hopefully that sorts it. We are getting pulled in a million directions at once at the moment. Right, first breach. Took them a little while. But if this is what we continuously have to keep on doing, I'm thinking that we go 4 walls thick, chamber, 2 military turrets, and then take them out and then have like another door so we can go out and repair it. Hopefully once it gets thick enough that will just discourage those like tank zombies from like tunneling through. If not, well then we have a way of at least dealing with them passively. And that will also discourage sappers, so the only thing we need to worry about is zombies on that point. And mechanoids won't come that way either. Okay, so I'm actually really enjoying this. It's like a constant small threat that you can't really let get out of hand. So this is quite odd. We got 2 hive larvae eggs. Or 2 hive larvae, which is a little bit odd. Haven't seen that before, so hopefully we get 2 good hives out of it, I guess. We could definitely do with it. And yeah, more bugs in the base. More bugs? More zombies. Yeah, this is getting quite difficult. Not in the sense of sealing the breach. The breach should be easy, but we just don't have the resources for it. And yeah, they're actually in the base proper. But they just keep coming in and just distracting everything. The fun of a zombie apocalypse. Okay, so we got 1 pretty useless prince. So just banish them straight away. And then we got Crankshaft, who has the potential to be okay, I guess, later on. So level 2 in construction is garbage. Mining, double burn and passion, but over 7, that's alright. Can do animals, melee, and 1 in shooting. Not what I'd describe as fantastic, but still better than Subaru, I guess. We'll let him start some construction. I don't expect that he's going to be able to do a massive amount, but hopefully he will get some skills up. So let's move him down to the bottom because he is bottom run now. So let's sort his loadout. So he's going to have assault loadout 1, and then he's also going to be in standard kit. Do we have any spares kicking about? It's not really looking like it. And the first thing that he'd done was just run straight into a bunch of zombies. So now he's got a bite on his torso, shoulder, leg, both legs, and his hand. Oh, you are a clever cookie, you. Right. Go and rest until healed, and maybe we can patch you up. Just throwing it out there, I did not expect that Hive Assault to mess us up so bad. We're not stabilised, but we're getting better. And so what the plan has been is this section here, we know they're going to carry on coming for it. So there's no point just trying to bury walls and hope for the best. So similar setup as the other one, but this time the zombies would have to come along, breach through the wall, and then they'd run into the turrets. Now with the sapping AI, this means that the sappers won't come through this section because there's turrets behind it, which is good. It's just going to take a bit of resources to get this up and going. And then we might create a secondary point as well. Just try to minimise everything coming through. Crankshaft is, well, with his skill level, not doing great. But he is just doing a bunch of the lesser construction that the other guys haven't been doing. So that's good. Do need to get him an armour set. We are a little ways off on that. And we also don't have him a gun. No, we should do. Oh no, he can't pick the gun up because he doesn't have the armour set because it's too heavy. Cool. Alright, well, from how the episode started to where it is now, things aren't going as well as they could be. So, I'm going to wrap this episode up here before I get us into a deeper hole that I can't get us out of, because obviously this is Iron Man. So yeah, any mistakes are permanent, I guess. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching the Hives vs Zombies. I've been Gonzi. All you likes, comments, sub support have been amazing. You guys are awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.